Hello everybody, and now we have a bass sound that we can use in beatboxing. It's a tutorial right now. It's called the click roll, and the click roll is this sound. Technically the click roll is also, but that'll be in a different tutorial. Right now we're going to work on the click roll. Here's some demonstrations of the click roll sound. Also, so the click roll has a difficulty to learn rating of, I'm going to say a 4 or a 5 out of 10. So it's your average sound to try and learn. I know you can learn it. No one cannot learn it. Trust me. So here's how we do it. Firstly, you might already do the sound. There's a few people that can do the sound already. It's quite rare, but there's a chance you can already do it. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do it, and I'm going to show you some variations, and I'm going to explain to you how you can make this sound very strong on a stage, and how to perform it when it's not on a stage as well. So if you can already do this sound, it might be worth staying, and if not, it's cool. So just before we jump into the tutorial of it, I want to give a shout out to the shadow sumo technique. So we've got Kim, we've got Hutch, we've got Big Ben, and the others. This is a technique that I would say they pioneered more mainstream, the click roll. Shadow sumo. I'm also going to give a shout out personally to Beatbox from the UK. I've heard him use it, probably the best that I can think of. And another shout out, to Hiss, who's using it in fast techniques with zippers. I'm not really a user of the click roll very much. I use it sometimes, and I don't know where it originated, unfortunately. But I can say that this sound is OP, overpowered sound on the stage, and a great bass sound to use overall. So let's jump in. All right, so firstly, we need to understand that this is an inward sound. We're breathing in. Okay, so that's step one. All right, next step, we need to get the tongue involved. The tongue rattles inwards. That's how we make this sound. Apologies for my audio, by the way, the muzzling. It's a lot easier for me to set up this video if it's like that. All right, so we are using the side of our tongue. So a lot of people that try this sound are going to go with the middle. Right here. Okay, no. This is on the side. For maximum control and power, we need the side of the tongue. So you can pick a side. I can do both. Okay, so let's find out where we're doing it on the tongue. We're doing it underneath the tongue, curling up. So I'll show you a visual with my fingers where you could do it on both sides. So it's just underneath. This is the tongue. We do it here or here. Okay, we don't just sit there with the tongue and do it. It's impossible. What we need to do is curl the side of the tongue. Okay, so wait, this is the side right now. We curl it on the roof like that. So we turn it up onto the side, onto the roof of the mouth, inside the teeth on the roof. Okay, now in the learning stages, it's important to try and do it further up the tongue and also further back. 2 positions, anywhere along that line. Anywhere along there is good. Try both sides too. So what we do is we curl the tongue and place it on the roof. And then we breathe in through the connection of the tongue to the roof. Now, if you're not getting any sound like that, breathe harder first, and you might get that little rattle. When you found the rattle, that's what you're playing with. That's what's making the click roll. Okay, so any tips to try and get it easier for you, more functional, is to make the tongue tighter to the roof and make it harder for the air to come in, but still make the air come in from there. On the other side. So it's going to sound quite messy to start. This is quite easy to learn at this point. I'm not surprised if you are watching and you've already learnt it, but if you haven't, well, no problem. Try both sides, remember that. We're looking for this position on the tongue. I'm going to come over and show you. As you can see, we are not using anywhere near the tip. All of this position is not used. We're going back in the back of the tongue, and we just place the tongue naturally. We don't push it forward or back. No, we just keep it where it sits. All we do is curl up the side, or that way. And then we're going to breathe in from the underneath the tongue up onto the roof. And this should give you the click roll. Now, once you're finding that little buzzy sound, it could sound quite terrible to start. It might be like, or it might be like, if it's like any of these, that's fine. If it's the first one, you're too tight. You need to loosen it. And if it's like this, you're too loose. You need to tighten it to get this middle. It's a weird sound until it's controlled. Okay, so we need to focus on where the rattle is happening, where the air is coming in, where the tongue touches the roof. Once we have it, we're looking for that middle ground. Listen. That's where we need to be. And that's it. This is the sound. So that's the first thing, learn the sound. But there's a few methods. There's a lot of methods to improve your click roll. So if you've learned it at this point, absolutely GG. Please take the time to put it in the comments section if you've learned the sound now. And if you haven't, say why. Maybe I can do a follow-up video, or I can answer some stuff in the comment section. Okay, so here's a few ways to variate the click roll to make it the strongest. Off of the stage and off of the mic, we're looking for raw power. So what I'm typically doing is pushing forward down the tongue a little bit more for that tighter sound, bit more volume. At this point, I'm here. Okay. Now, as you can see, I'm going ma ma ma. So we start with the lips together, and then we go mam. And the M opening triggers the sound, and then closing again stops the sound. And that's going to be the way to control it. Again, I don't know which side you learn it. Now, we can also change the dynamic of the sound, whether you bite your teeth or not. It sounds tighter when you bite. Ugh, that was really tight and rubbish. Anyway, that's going to change the dynamic too. Now, on the stage, if we want to use this as an effective sub-bass frequency and not just a sound effect, then we're looking to air the sound massively and do it right in the back of the tongue. Like that. We're looking for a very bouncy rattle that's very low and doesn't sound as loud. And it's right at the back, near the wisdom teeth. Pretty bouncy rattle. The frequency, the bounce of your tongue is going to be bigger than right at the back. If you can control it right back there and get some in there, this is where you're hitting a sub bass, like a sub bass lip roll. It's going to be the same frequency on a sound system with a microphone. Or if you want to actually pick up a sub bass frequency on a standard mic, you do the same thing. Or if you're in an echoey room, you do that and it should have some sub. Or if you're in the bath and you put your ears in the water, that is going to be extremely loud if you do this. Extremely. And if you go and do that, tell me. That's crazy if you do that. So closer to the tip, further up for the tighter, louder. I can give a shout out reference to the style of hiss, the way he's using it for the stuff, or you can go further back and down. for the bass version. And it's very beatboxy. Okay, cool. So we can add sounds to this, don't forget. Any inward sounds with the lips or even the throat can be added to this sound effect because it's inward sound and we're using the tongue. So we have the lips and we have the throat available still. So that's a crazy sound, to be honest. I like that. You can also vocalize him with a go. Pretty cool. Like I say, if you are trying to learn to beatbox, you learn this sound, you can be the one that finds a way to add it into a beat, add it into a different genre. Or you can be the one that finds a variation, another sound effect together, and you might pioneer the world of beatbox. So that's the clickroll tutorial. You can also do this one with drags as well. I will be delivering more advices in future tutorials, but that is the standard clickroll beatboxing sound tutorial. Let me know what sounds you wanna try and learn, and let's hope I get round to making a video for them too. That's a clickroll. That's all I need to say. Thanks everybody. Good luck. Please let me know if you learn it in the comments section. That would be awesome. Peace everybody.